Alright, welcome everybody. Welcome to Podcast 100, where everything's 100. I got a very wonderful lady here today, and her name is Miss Colleen Young. And today we are doing episode 2 of A Silent Voice of a Woman No Longer. And I would like for you to introduce yourself. Pleasure to have you here today, girl. What's going on?
All right. Thank you for having me. It is my pleasure. Coming from Tacoma, just honoring a friend right now. It's time to speak out. It's been time. However, you gotta have that strength to speak out. It's hard these days, because we've been just downtrodden so long. It's time. We've been afraid, actually, because it's like every time we speak up with a voice, we get slapped in the face like we want, it's like it's a bad thing. Because, you want to be equal. Bam, bam, bam. And it's like, wow, really? All because I have an opinion about the way I feel and the way I think of things. And as my right, I should. That's why we got the Fifth Amendment, right? We have the freedom of speech, right? However, you can't just go out there willy-nilly saying anything you want to. You got to be careful what you say, because you want to have good ethics and morals. You don't want to offend nobody or, just go out there all half-cocked and, because you got to make sense. You got to be logical, and everything has to come together for everybody, for the good of everybody, because you don't even want to exclude nobody. However, we all need each other, but we need to, let other women know that we are a power force. Miss Janelle.
You gotta say that again.
We are a power force to be reckoned with.
They don't understand that. That's why I had to get you to reiterate, because they don't understand that. Keep going.
Thank you. We need to know, we live to learn. And every day, if you're blessed to wake up, it's a learning. We in class. You learn something. You're supposed to be open to learn something new every day. And I learned in life. Now, I'm not a good quoter. Look, I'm not no book person. Mm-hmm. But I got a lot of wisdom that I've been gifted, So, therefore, in order to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. That's just common sense. Because everything, but you got to unlearn the bad stuff and learn new stuff. You learn from every situation. You take from it what's best for you, what the good part, and you leave the rest behind. You see, everything is not meant to be absorbed. See, and that's the part. And if you pay attention in life, everything is learned. You got to be taught things. So even on down to what? Hatred. A lot of people don't want to talk about the truth. The truth of the matters of life. You get rid of hatred, envy, and I'm going to tell you, they don't want to accept the fact that God is in everything. Mm-hmm. And that's just common sense. But a lot of people don't believe or whatever, which that's their right. That's their right. However, I've also learned you got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Anything, Miss Janelle. You don't want somebody coming up to you to just be able to just feed you anything and bam. This how people get away with scams and all that other stuff. People get robbed for millions, hundreds, thousands of dollars because they don't know. God said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Now, I'm not trying to put God in everybody's face, but I'm just putting real and what makes sense, to me at least, in everybody's face. Sometimes you got to, I tell people all the time when I used to do my little stuff, my podcast and stuff, pay attention. Pay attention. And so many people always ready to They even forget that they blowing themselves up with all them ones coming back. You even stated earlier, you got to clean up your own backyard before you can tell somebody about theirs. People need to quit and be quick to remember, they ain't the judge and jury. What good? I always live my life by what good am I if I can't help somebody? Now, people also need to realize that we ain't a perfect people. We make mistakes. We all do. So if you want somebody to forgive you for your crap, you forgive somebody for theirs. Now, I'm not saying it ain't gonna hurt. I'm not saying it ain't gonna, do something to you or make you upset and all that. But can we just learn to live in love? Can we just learn to look at situations and say, hey, and pick out what you choose and leave the rest over there? Us women can't get nowhere because we so against one another. I heard it in a song when it came out many years ago, and the people in power has done this. Said, make us hate ourselves and love their wealth. Okay? Think about that for a moment. People so busy worrying about what they got and having this and all this material stuff, and then they hating each other if they got it, and they don't. It's that green-eyed envy stuff. That's another reason us women is always in competition. Instead of me coming to you, girl, I love your hair. Go ahead, my sister. Go ahead, queen.
I'll take it.
I'm sitting up here. Look at her. She thinks she's something. That's why we can't survive as strong women. We too fickle-minded. Fruit is nutcakes. Because of the insecurities, infidelities within ourselves. And we got this pride that we don't know how to humble ourselves to get along with the next sister that do got it all together. You see what I'm saying? We're so jealous-hearted and all that. Instead of saying, man, my sister, I see you got it going on. I'm happy for you. Can you let me in on how you got it going on? Now, I'm not saying everybody will be kind and nice enough to tell you, they secrets if they got some or whatever. However, what's wrong with sharing? It's enough money out here for everybody. Enough everything. But see, it depends. But see, that comes down with greed. If you love all that material stuff, see, that could be your downfall. Because it's going to cause you to make so many mistakes and do so much bad stuff, your karma is going to be messed up when it come back. Because greed. Oh, you got to have the bling bling. You want to look like Cardi B. You want to be a bad chick like Mariah Carey and sing.
Don't forget about Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion, all them. Girl, I'm old. I don't be keeping up, but still, I know a few. I twerk a little bit now. But girl, I'm older, but I'm still young at heart. I'm the biggest kid I know. However, we need to support one another. We've been held back and down for so long.
And it's not enough.
And it's not enough support. No matter, look, can we just live in love? Can we take off the blinders and not see color, race, status, none of that, and just accept each other as what we are, human beings, and love one another? And it's so sad that it's even been put in the world, but unfortunately, that's something we got to deal with. And then when we don't uplift one another, these men come in here and just beat us down. Our self-esteem is just jacked up. So we allow them to sometimes, we punching bags for them or whatever, or to treat us. And then Oh, Lord have mercy. You got some women that go and take care of these men and make them feel like they ain't got to work. God said a man don't work, don't eat. At least that's what I read. So, we need to support one another. We need to know that, hey, I got your back, sis. And learn to live in love. Learn to live in peace. Get the green-eyed envy on out the door. Help one another. Remember back in the day, it said it takes a village to raise a child. It takes us all to come together to do this. You know, we can all be one. Now, we ain't all in the same place, but we can all be on one accord with the same mindset. Listen. We have to, in order to have something different, we got to do something different. So let's do something like we've never done it before. Let's truly come together. Let's truly fight for what's right. Let's truly make a stance for what we believe in. For our rights. For human rights. A lot of men don't want to believe this or even accept it or even mention it. I've met a very couple few that has. They know we the stronger vessel. Look who God made have the kids. They sure wasn't a man. We carried these babies for 9 months. We birthed them and had them up there for 9 months. So who really? And what's that other saying? Behind every successful man stands a woman. So who really got all of everything they need to make it work? Evidently, nothing happens without us. Nothing. But first and foremost, nothing happens without God. But once again, I can't, I ain't trying to push religion or Christianity or none of that down nobody's throat. People have to choose ye this day what they gonna do. I'm just put that out there because I know what I'm gonna do. They have to understand, everything is about relationship. It's about relationship. We've met. We bonded. You haven't been to my home yet due to circumstances, though, but you will. But I got the car, so I travel here. Plus you just moved here, so, you ain't, you work here, whatever, but I travel. I don't mind. However, you will eventually come to my house, too, But, and we bonded. We ain't judging one another. We ain't looking at one another for what we can get out of one another. We ain't looking at one another saying, "Oh, who you think you is?" I ain't mad because you got a beautiful apartment. You live in Seattle and you got a beautiful apartment, nice, beautiful place, and with all the amenities in your building. I wish I lived here. Not without the elevator working though. Girl, I told you I'm up there. But anyway, them stairs, man. But I tell you, ain't nothing wrong with a little exercise, though. But this is a beautiful place. I ain't hating on you. I ain't hating on you. I ain't mad at you for that.
Thank you.
Women need to come up out this bull crap about that. It's always going to be somebody better, got something better, or they may look better in somebody else's
just
eyes.
Just like I walk with your beautiful car.
It's about what's on the inside. What your inside look like? Your outside could be your exterior could be as beautiful as a goddess. But if your inside is ugly, you ugly too. Now, don't get me wrong. A man might say, "Ooh, look at that." But still, even men sometimes, if your inside is ugly, they might be like, "Ooh, and call you the B word.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at that B with the quickness."
Tell me about it.
You know, which they got a problem with that anyway. They got them loose lips anyway. But you know, we need to come together and make a new stance.
But do you think that, see, all of these protesters is just stupid, because it's just like, okay, y'all gonna protest, you get this, whatever, but then y'all go right back to this hating one another and backbiting. Y'all take 2 steps forward,
Right.
and then you take 90 steps back. Like, why go to all this united front and then in the process fall back? I mean, is there a reason?
Right. Now, a lot of that I believe is like political. Because with me, the way I do things, I try to find like-minded people that's on the same wavelength as me. Because I'm not going to go out here with somebody that ain't really going to go the distance with me, hand in hand on this thing, if all they going to do is turn right back around and conform back to where they came from. I look for people that say, hey, I got this idea. Okay. You say, ooh, I got this idea too. Ooh. And our ideas are really, ooh, man, they mesh or whatever. Okay, how committed are you to yours? How committed am I to mine? Okay, let's do this. Okay, we make a decision. We doing this. We move forward. Ain't no turning back. Them kind of people supposed to look for. And see, that's why I say everything revolves around God. Because God says search the fruits of the Spirit. So therefore, I'm looking at how you acting. How you living. How you acting. Now let me say, I ain't looking for no perfect people. I'm looking for some like-minded people that's on the same page as me, that you going to go the distance. If you going to get halfway and turn around, stay there. Stay over there, because I'd just rather travel the journey by myself. That's why a long time ago I've learned street code. When you do dirt, do it by yourself. Because you ain't going to tell on you. You know what I mean? So,
unless you're a fool.
Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. You know what I did one time? I told on myself, but I was angry. I was so.
But you honest.
I was.
Because that's how I got. That's the kind of situation I was in.
Yeah.
They called me and I said, "Hey, I'm not looking at you. I'm gonna take responsibility
Yeah.
for my actions for what I did."
Yeah. Now that's Niecy over there that y'all hear. She over there.
Y'all see me.
She ain't feeling too good today, but she's still a part of this women's thing. You understand?
This kid getting on my nerves.
She pregnant and stuff. She ain't feeling good, y'all. So she ain't really want to come on camera, y'all. So forgive her, but she got a lot of valuable things to say.
She fired.
Yes, she's
and I love her.
valuable. Yeah. So I told on myself, because I was angry. But other than that, if we ain't heading in the same direction, we wasting our time. And I'm gonna tell you something. People need to learn how to truly value their time. Because let me tell you something. You notice, every time you turn around, somebody's saying, "Oh, man, so-and-so done passed away. So-and-so done passed away." Somebody done always died or whatever that you ain't expect to be dead. You know what I mean? And it just happened all of a sudden or whatever, which nobody knows. Nobody knows. You could be just fine right now and not wake up tomorrow. That goes for anybody. Kids, death ain't got no age limit. Now, so people ought to be intentional on how they spending their time. Because it's precious. You don't get that back. So I'm not trying to waste none of mine. And if you trying to waste some of it, go on. Go. I might have to go get some peace. Have my peace. No. But people ought to be intentional on how they spending their time. Because that's something you can't get back. You done seen Back to the Future. No, we really can't go back to the future. That's a movie. That's really, really a movie. Because I ain't heard of nothing in history books, for real, about nobody being able to do nothing with no time. Nobody but God. Now, I know he give life back because he gave me mine back. So I know it works. He works. Like I say, not pushing religion or nothing, but I can only speak for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm speaking from the heart. And I speak the truth. Whether anybody want to believe it or not, it's best to just speak the truth, get it on over with, shame the devil, speak the truth. But I'm telling you, you keep lying, woo, Jesus, it's too much stuff to make up for. However, we need to come together. It's possible, but if person or people that you're talking to, that you're dealing with, whatever, ain't on the same wavelength, deuces. Deuces. I ain't got time to fool with you. I ain't got time to be bothered with what you got going on, because I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm trying to make something happen. You can't make something happen sitting with the same old retarded people. Girl, you keep that mess over there. I think, guess what? And before you know it, you on up the road, and they still in the same old situation. No, we ain't got time. Nobody knows.
I remember this one program I was in, and you'll probably agree with it because it's kind of related to what you're saying. But it was this program, and one of the counselors said, for you to change anything in your life, recovery or anything, he said, change your people, places, and things. He says what happened is people, if they was incarcerated, they got out, they go back to what? The same hood. The same people who got them in the situation in the first place. Now,
that's right.
You go around those same people, peer pressure, people think it's just for children.
No.
But it's adults too.
It's adults too.
And you got your homegirl or your homeboy over here, and they, oh, come on, man. You
Yep.
Come on, you know you don't.
Right, and before you know it, you be like, oh, man. Yep.
And he said, once you change the people, and then the things, because that comes right along with it, and the place, now you got no way to run back into them.
That's right.
Unless they intentionally trying to come find you.
That's right. Which they always sometimes will.
But that might give you enough time.
But it give you to
change your life.
Exactly.
It becomes a lifestyle. First is a habit, a lifestyle, and a destiny.
Yes.
And it's take that whole process, and that destiny, that becomes exactly who you are. I can tell you, hey, Jesus is right here. The sky is purple, and you be like, no, that sky is orange.
Right.
And everybody like, no, that's a purple to me.
Yeah.
And no matter what you said to them, they will not register to them. And that's what that becomes that a destiny.
That's
and
right.
I think that once we change those three things, I think we can successful.
That's right.
And you need the like-minded people. So if you're trying to get in a positive realm, then I think that as us trying to get to a positive realm or trying to change things, that we need to take those exact same like-minded people, and we keep pushing forward. And anybody on, like, listen, you going left, we're going right. We're going to totally two different destinations.
Right.
I still love you from a distance, but I got to keep it going this way.
Right.
Because
that's right.
When I remember Les Brown, I really respect him, love him. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I love listening to him. And one thing he said, he says, when the more you elevate in life, which is a paraphrase, so Les Brown, if you hear this, I'm just only paraphrasing, okay? But he says, as you go up, the higher you go up, the more people you're going to have to let down, because guess what? They are a dead weight. They're like anchors. You're going to have to cut them, because what's going to happen with a boat? You take that anchor, it gets dropped down, that boat starts to slow down. Until eventually it comes to a complete stop. So now this person at anchor, and you got tons of people, and now you're trying to elevate, but you can't even go but so far, because you got somebody that got enough strength to hold you enough that you can't go up. So he says that basically you have to cut those people off. Don't mean that you don't love them.
Right.
Does not mean that you don't care for them. But where you gotta go in life, or where things is set for you, they can't come with you. Everybody can't come with you. Some people is meant for a season. Some people is meant for a lifetime.
That's right.
And once we understand the seasonal relationship and the lifetime relationship, we will come off of better people as a whole, male or female.
That's right. That's right.
So
that's right. Because everybody is not. You know, that analogy, I got it from somebody once told me, say, yeah, your life is like a tree. You got your roots, you got your branches, and you got your leaves. Your leaves are the people that's coming and going constantly in and out your life. Your branches, they the ones that keep the people coming in. Them the doors. They keep the people coming and going. Because they got to have a platform. They got to have a way to get there. But your roots That's your lifeline.
Mm.
You gotta keep it. You gotta keep them people. So them branches and them leaves, you don't need them really, but you need your roots to live. So you'll never want to lose your roots. But them them branches and leaves, yeah, they can go. Don't never get too connected to them. Cause them the ones that can mess you up. But them roots, that's your lifeline. So I was like, wow. When I heard that, I was like, ooh, wee. So now you just make sure you know who your roots are and who are the branches and the leaves. And then you can distinguish, okay, I don't know, I can do away with you. I ain't got to worry about you. But see, them lifelines, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like you need oxygen in your blood cells and all that to live.
Mm-hmm.
Need oxygen
In your water.
in your water to live. Them your roots. Can't do without them.
So before we go, we got like 4 more minutes.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would like to really stress on the point of the silent voice of a woman, and it should be no longer?
Mm-hmm.
That maybe some young lady
Yes.
or older, or no matter what the
What
age
I
is,
would like to
motivate.
say about that is, we all hurt one way or another. And sometimes, I know being transparent can be more detrimental than anything. But what I found is really, being transparent is being free. Because in a way, it's releasing all that toxicity out of me. And at least I'm getting it out. Now, the bad side to that is a person can try to choose to use it against you. But for me, I can't say for nobody else. For me, God protects me from most of the real harmful darts. But I'm more careful and aware, though, of who I'm telling what to. You see what I'm saying? That's why I go, when I need to talk really, I go to Greater Lakes and talk to a therapist, because it's confidential. And you can leak it if you want to. I'm just finna really be instant rich. You know, because me, I really don't have a best friend or whatever, so besides God.
Oh, we're going to change that.
So, I go to a therapist. But if you have somebody that you could trust or whatever, man, get it out. Communicate. Talk. And believe you me, God, in His Word, He say, people overcome by the words of your testimony. A lot of things I've shared with people, they're like, what? I would have never known that about you. Yeah, I know. However, it helped them with what they were going through. And God is, even through my struggles, and I believe that's why God allowed me to go through those things. So for the very moment, I was able to help somebody else. Because that's why we all here anyway, supposed to be, is to help one another.
To contribute to one another.
To be servants. So, I say, we all hurting in a sense, most of us. If you perfect, just tiptoe the heck on over there. Because if your life ain't got no problems and you got everything together, then you need to go over there with the perfect yacht club or something. Because I know people that's real.
I think they go around the corner.
Yeah, girl, because I tell you, the people that's real, we got issues. But me, I talk about mine, and I found that sharing
is caring.
It really helps others, because they be like, wow, you've been through that? And when they see that they're not the only ones, man, it opens up a whole world of help. And we just need to really be more mindful as women. We should be more mindful, more caring, and just more, what's that word I used earlier? Well, forgive me for drawing a fart.
There's nothing wrong with going far because
you just be more
it shows us the
persistent.
imperfection. It makes you perfect.
Right. That's right, girl. It be more adamant about what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Be more persistent about what you do, and really just be more genuine. Be real. A lot of people don't know about that these days, for real. But I try it. I say be real. Let the truth be known.
But I also definitely, before I cut you off because we're getting kind of short, but this is the most wonderful lady I have met here in the state of Washington, Tacoma.
Aww.
And, she has her own YouTube. So
thank you.
Google her, search her, Colleen Young. Also check out my YouTube so that if you want to find and hear some of the little short motivational speakers that she have, you can just go touch my link for her because I will be posting up her link so that you can go support her as well. Show her some love because definitely she has a lot of information to share. She changed my life and she don't even realize it.
Oh,
and I definitely truly appreciate it. Like
I said again, me crown camera, hurry up.
Look, well, listen, we're going to cry together, okay? But yes, definitely want to end it. This is Podcast 100. This is Janelle. This is Miss Colleen Young. And this is where we keep everything 100. And hopefully we hear y'all again in season 3.
Yeah.